to Windows Mobile Fanatic. Hope you enjoyed my fancy introductory video. Anyway, so today I thought I'd do an app review. I want to be doing a whole bunch of app reviews for Windows 10 Mobile because I think it's a great operating system and it's got some great apps on it. So the one we're looking at today is pretty chunky. It's 241 megabytes, which is a big app for any mobile, but I'll explain why it's so chunky once we get into it. So um, let's get back to the start screen so we can have a play with it. Here it is here. So I quite enjoy constellation-based apps, and there's been a few around that I've used, but this has by far been the best, and it was good enough for me to actually buy the app and then buy all of the expanded content as well. So I bought like a pack. I think it ended up costing me about £2 or £3 to get the full experience. So here we are. So first of all, let's just have a look at this DLC. Let's turn it down a little bit. So if you go to additional content, you'll see that you can get an all-in-one bundle, which is what I got. It's about £2 something. It has a constellations upgrade, so you can zoom in on the constellations, deep sky objects, so you can zoom in on different things in the sky, whether they be planets, stars, distant galaxies, or things like that. It's got satellites, so you can zoom in on satellites and other man-made objects. The extended solar system, so you can look around the solar system in detail, and individual planets. So great stuff. So let's have a look at what you can do. Let's start off by trying to find a planet to zoom in on. So let's have a look at the sun. So you can select the sun and then zoom right in on that by selecting that bottom button that says sun. That will zoom you in. And then you get the sun here. You can zoom around that, zoom in on the sun, zoom out. It's all very cool. You can then click that little button in the top, which shows you the internal structure, which I think is quite cool. So you have a 3D model, and then go back and see the internal structure of the sun. If you click the same button again, it gives you a bit of a detail that you can read through if you're interested in that sort of thing. You've also got pictures, which give you a whole bunch of pictures of the sun, which is great. It links you to the Wikipedia article if that's something you want to have a read of, which is always good. And it can give you some figures for the sun at the moment if you're into that sort of thing. So that's quite cool, and I really enjoyed doing that. And you can do that with all of the planets in the solar system as well. So here's Mercury, and I can zoom in on Mercury and do the same sort of thing. Zoom in on Mercury, have a quick look at that, zoom in, zoom out. Again, you've got that internal structure of Mercury, which is pretty cool. You can access a whole bunch of pictures of Mercury, which is great. And then you've also got this little button here, which is man-made missions to the planets. So if you click on that, it'll then zoom you in on the satellite, and you get a 3D model of the satellite you can have a bit of a look at, which I think is quite cool, to be honest. Really enjoyed that. That's if you're a bit of a star buff or a sky buff like I am. And again, linking you to the Wikipedia article for the mission. Really good stuff there. Back to 3D object, and then go back. So I loved that. That was great. So let's get out of here and let's have a look at the wider sky. Now, when you go out walking with this, if you move your phone around, it will track where you are, which is great. So here, for example, it's calibration error. So I've got to calibrate my device. So to calibrate it, you rotate your device 1 to 2 times around each of the 3 axes. So let's do that. 1, 2. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Okay, there we go. So now that my phone is calibrated, I can look up at the sky, see what's above me, I can see what's below me, and that's quite cool. So what you'll see is that there are different color things in your view. So if we click on one of these, that is a constellation, and you'll know that because when you click on it, you'll see that little sound linking all the stars together. So if you click on a constellation and then you click the little name at the bottom, that'll take you to the constellation itself, and then that allows you to have a look at the constellation, which I think is great. And then you can zoom around and see it from behind. You can zoom in and see it from the front. A bit of a fan of the constellations. Again, gives you some pictures. These are maps of different constellations. The myth for why that constellation. You've got your Wikipedia entry like before, and again, of course, back to your 3D map. Let's maybe find a more common constellation than that. Let's move our phone up. Let's see what we can find. Let's see if we can find one of the. Here we are. How about Capricornus? So that's a great one. Look at that. Great little models. Have a look at those constellations. To see it behind how the stars all sort of relate to each other. I really get into this sort of thing. I thought it was fantastic. So that's another little good one. Now, so you've got those sort of those ones there, but then you've got these are deep space sort of objects, so deep space stars that you can zoom in on. There doesn't tend to be a lot of information on them, but they're sort of distant stars that you can zoom in on if you'd like to. All right. Now, the moon is one of my particular favorites. If you zoom in on the moon, not only do you get your normal things, you get to have a look at the moon and zoom in, zoom out. It's all very nice. You've got your moon structure, which is great. You've got the different features of the moon. So you can have a look at different craters and get sort of a close-up of different areas that are on the moon. My personal favorite is this one though, which gives you all of the different missions to the moon, including things that are currently still orbiting. So for example, if you want to have a look at where the Chinese landed their mission, there we go. That's the Chinese mission to the moon. And then that will zoom in, show you where it landed. There it is, sorry, there it is. And you can have a look at the little baby thing that came out of the Chinese mission, which is great. I really enjoyed that. Apollo 12, Apollo 14, so you can zoom in on all those missions, see where they landed. And they've got all the lunar landers there, you can have a look. I don't know, I think that's great. Really enjoyable. Me and my missus enjoy walking around, and we sort of point this at the sky. You can see satellites going over, you get to name all the constellations, if there's a meteor shower, you've got deep space things you can explore. I mean, I've been using this app for about 2 weeks now, and I haven't obviously found anywhere near all the stuff that's here. I don't know when I will, or if I will, find all the stuff, but I certainly enjoy looking. Yeah, so anyway, so that's Star Walk 2. Couple of pounds, great little app, a lot to find, a lot to discover, a lot to learn. Like I said, I'm not even close to learning everything there is to find in this particular app. I think I'm going to be at it for some time. Just zooming in, zooming out, randomly looking at planets and objects. So yeah, I don't know, I think this is a really good buy. I think it's an app worth having on your Windows Mobile if you're into that sort of thing. And I would highly recommend you go out and buy it. If you think I'm wrong, or you've got any comments, or and you want to say anything at all about this app, please let me know. It's available in the Windows Store, obviously, and thanks for watching. See you later. Just one more note, which is I want to say this is a UWP app, so that's a Universal Windows Platform app, which means if you buy it on your phone, you also get it on your desktop PC, and if you've got it on your desktop PC, you also get it on your Windows 10 mobile. Just one of those great bonuses you get for using Windows 10. Okay, thanks. Bye.